Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Henning Pauli, and today we're looking at something that I had very little contact with before, which is NAMM. Not the National Association of Music Merchants, but the Neural Amp Modeler, which until recently existed in software only, and now companies are taking this open source, everyone can do it technology, and they are implementing it into their devices. So far, there's only one on the market that plays these NAMM captures, profiles, whatever you want to call them, natively, meaning without converting them into an easier to digest form. Because it was meant to be used on computers, and computers have all the power. But using it on a pedal means you have to have a pedal with quite a bit of, balls. Other than, until now, the dime head player, I think that's what it's called. The other things using it, like the VP5 and VP5 or VP50 or whatever, they are actually converting the profiles because you need processing power. And I think the Sonulab Stompstation. Well, now there's a Sonulab Stompstation Pro, which also plays them unconverted, which technically is better. So this is a technology that I didn't know I didn't play around with because it's all open source. Everyone can do their captures and profiles, and you download the test tones from their website, and you run your own test tone setup through your setup, and then you upload that into their website, and they spit out the profile. All open source, all community based, which is okay, but it also means so far there isn't really money in it. If there's not money in it, then it's difficult to do it right. Because when there's money in it, then people, put work into it. And so and there's something to be gained. So currently on the website, it's kind of nice. You pick a profile from someone that they made, and now you have to have pictures. And then you say what sound you want to audition it with. There's a couple of riffs. And if need be, if it's only a head, you can pick an IR. And then you audition it, then you download, then you have a zip file, then you unzip, then you look at all the things in there, you load it into your device or into your software player, or in this case, a Stompstation, and Bob's your uncle, hopefully it's good. Problem is, a lot of it's not very good. But when it's good, it's pretty damn good. Just sifting through the not so good stuff is a bit of an issue, which I think that curated sounds in paid packs, which I hope they're going to do, but also in other companies, with other companies, it's easier to get to the meat and potatoes quicker. Here, you have to work a bit. But when you work to get to the thing's pretty good. Let's go straight to some sounds and some product shots. So I like the form factor. Look at it. Ha! It's crooked.
What did you do?
I touched it. My sticky thing on the table isn't as sticky as it should be. I apologize. So, look at my hand. This is a relatively small pedal. Of course, we've got more cameras on it. So, relatively small. We got outs on the side. They said people wanted that. And ins on the side, 2 to count. So 2 input, stereo output. We got 9 volt on the top. It says it wants 1000 milliamps. ran with most of the power supplies I put in. You can also power it with USB-C and a power bank, which is pretty damn cool if you have it on a computer. You can run it purely with that. There's MIDI in and out, small ones, and there's a control in for expression pedal, but it's also a mini plug. So you can see it's a rather small, flat device, which is very nice. That rhymes. You got 3 stompies, and what I really like, wait, did I do that anywhere? No, I didn't. It's all blue. You can absolutely customize the color of your LED. That gives you a lot of visual feedback. Apparently, I didn't do that. When it came, the presets were not great. Way too much reverb and top end, and some of the stuff had super low end because the IR was that, and volume jumps. I got a pre-production version as it is being released. A lot of the things that I had to encounter, you're not going to encounter, because I talked to the team from Sonulab, and they're fixing things or have already fixed some things. It has Wi-Fi, it has Bluetooth, it has USB, and yes, there's an app on the phone, you can control it. There's an app on the computer, you can control it. You can even control it from a computer with Wi-Fi if you put it on the same network. It's a bit of a chore, but you can. So you have these 3 stomps. You can go click these 2 to go to the next bank, or these 2 to go to the lower bank. You can hold this in. This is when you do that, that's when it gets crooked. And you have a tuner, and so on. Pretty straightforward. You have an overall browse/volume, right? For knobs, this one is for going back, or you save as somewhere else. It usually appends, it puts your preset usually at the end of the chain. Cool thing is, you have quick control, so if I click this, I can quickly control the mod, or the amp, or the reverb, or you assign what you want quick controlled. Yes, this doesn't just have amp profiles and an IR, it actually can load a NAM profile for a pedal, a NAM profile for an amp, and an IR. And in addition to that, if I click this, you can see the chain. There's a gate at the beginning, which I don't have on. A gate, a comp, a mod before your rig, a drive, an amp, which can have the cab baked in, which in this case it is, then an IR, then that's mod again, delay, and reverb. And yes, the effects are basic, but they pretty much do the trick for basic effects. Now, it's very important when you are downloading a capture to know that the speaker is baked into it, which is how I would do it. Because if in addition to that, you apply an IR, it's going to sound like crap. So this is not your box for the brutal beginner. There's some knowledge to be had to get good sounds. Also, there isn't just a big list where you go click, play, click, play, preset, play. You're not downloading presets. You're downloading the amp. Everything else you got to build, whether you want the gate on, a drive on, whatever. At the moment, you can't download presets. Things might come in the future, but again, this is all not for the brutal beginner. And then you're downloading it, and then you're unzipping it, and then you're uploading it, and then you have to know, is it an amp only, or is it a full capture? It is for the person that wants to dive into the system. And there is a lot of shit out there. Sorry, Tone 3000 community, there's a lot of shit there. And then you type in a brand, but things might not show up because it's not curated. No one goes through all the captures and changes the names to something that is actually uniform. Is it JCM space 800, or is it JCM 800 altogether? Is it JCM lowercase, uppercase? You know, who checks if the spelling is correct? All that stuff. So you're going through a community of private people uploading things, and that can be a bit of a nightmare. But when you find the good stuff, you find the good stuff. So before we get to the good stuff and the presets that I made, which I made after the video on the software that you see later, where I'm still struggling and I'm finding some profiles I don't like. Let's go into the track, which I played with the Baum Wingman, and actually presets that I had stock the way that it came. But again, they just sent me something and they put some things in there. They were not necessarily finished presets. Or Swedish presets? Scandinavian joke. Here is the Wingman song. Can it do music? Absolutely. I already showed you some operation. So you have these 4 controls and you can see low, mid, treble, gain. And you just do this, you see gain. It's a tiny little screen, but it's very effective. I click here. I can navigate to, let's say, mod. Click again. Would be nice if that was easier than having to enable it, right? And then I can go on the mode, which is chorus, flanger, phaser. Obviously, doing any of that in the app is a much better idea. Rate, oh my God, now we've got all that. So I click back. Depth, dry, wet. There's a separate tremolo, but the point is, now there's a chorus. Back. Can't go back. I discussed that with them. There's a couple of things in here that they're working on because I pointed it out that is not implemented. So everything you're hearing now is stuff I did. A lot of times, full disclosure, the gate is not on because there was a little bit of a plop when it engaged and disengaged. I just reported that to them. They're going to work on that. Which is why I'm using the gate in my Apollo going into the computer, right? Gate works, but I didn't like that plop. Same thing for the compressor. It had some, it took some low end out. I didn't like that. And they said, oh, okay, we'll fix that right away. So that's right now not fixed. But what we have here is a Princeton, which I really like. and reverb from the pedal. That's it. Next one is the Princeton in hotter. It's pretty solid. Then we got an AC. I keep moving it. I'm sorry. And that's bright. This is, of course, my Tyler Studio Elite HD from Japan that I got from Very Nice Guitars from Poland. Go to veryniceguitars.com. And these are really just the baked-in speaker in the amp. So it's just the amp block and some reverb, and that's it. What I found on Tone 3000 is that's all these guys. A lot. Not a lot of clean amps. And amps that could be amazingly clean, like a Plexi and so on, are already driven. A lot of the AC is driven. People like drive, which is fine. But come on, clean is also a thing we should have. That's killer. So the next, what happens now is I go bank up and it immediately goes to 2C. I don't like that. So I told them, when you go bank up, give me the option. It's okay that it goes to 2C, but give me the option to then actually pick one of the three by flashing or something. That's a typical operating procedure. And they said, makes total sense. We're going to implement that. So that's happening. So here we have the Princeton with some tremolo and some delay. There aren't different types of delays. There's just a digital delay with lots of parameters, and you can dial in how analog or how tape you want it. It works. So if I wanted to operate that here, gonna go to delay, right. It's very small there. I can't really see what's happening. Right there. So let's say I wanted quick control of the delay on knob number 3. All I'm doing is I'm holding it. And then now you saw there's a little number that happened there. So if I go back, I click it, and now I have quick control over the delay. Repeats, loads of them. So that's kind of nice that you can define your quick controls that easily. Or you just, of course, go into this, and then you got all the parameters. But again, do it with your phone or whatever. This is totally doable quickly on stage, changing something, or in the rehearsal. If you're actually building presets, it makes sense to do this with the app. There's, of course, I never know. Ah, you hold? How do I get into the system? Double, of course. We got a global tempo, we got a volume, we got an into volume, we got preset specific tab. But wait, how do I go into the system? I don't remember. In the system, you've got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all that stuff, but I literally cannot. Yeah. Okay, I don't know how I got there. Double click and hold, maybe. Settings, USB audio. So what's under settings? In, out, miscellaneous, blah. So you definitely have, all that stuff is, of course, in the app. And you've got the name, alias, author, version, ID, license, key, password, VU meters, Wi-Fi, and so on. And you can actually put it on your Wi-Fi network to edit it remotely if you choose. So all the parameters and stuff we'll see in the app later. So let's just keep going through presets. This is again the Push Princeton with a lot of stuff on it. It works. And here we got the AC with some effects. That'll come out of a mix. On the next bank, we have a straightforward something. I think it's a high watt. Sounds pretty good. Everything is dependent on the capture. So I've had not the greatest luck with drives into amps. Haven't found, it didn't really feel like I'm taking a drive pedal into an amp. However, with this high watt capture, I downloaded an SD1 and I'm pushing that into the high watt. And that, did you hear that? There was a little bit of a beep. There are these things happening. This isn't, if a big corporation is behind something like this, well, you might not have these issues here. This is some super nerdy Italian guys that love a community of people doing their own thing. And, it's sometimes depending on levels and zeros, zero crossings, whatever, shit happens. So here's that SD1 into the high watt. There's actually a cab active here. And that might be Phil's IR, I'm not sure. Philippe Priss is very active and on the community. Hey Phil. And he actually told me DBs and how to capture things as if I know stuff. For about an hour, he really got me started on understanding the whole NAMM concept. So thank you for that lesson. Here we've got the same amp with more SD1 boost and some effects for a lead. I noodled with that for an hour and had fun. Moving on. For C thrash, that's really something that they had, which I just modified a little bit. That was major, E major for thrash, of course, we do that. That was the gate grabbing again. Fuzzy, it's actually a really cool sound that they made. I used that for the solo in the song. You can see that was a green LED. You can totally customize that. Here we got metal rhythm. Solid. Some kind of Marshall. A lot of the JCM 800 and 100 JCM 800 stuff that I found did not floor me. Brit Lead. That same amp pushed with an SD1 again and effects. That's a Diesel, not Diesel. It's a sharp Z Diesel that I modified with some effects and stuff. Works very nicely as a lead sound. That's a slow, if you know what that means, but not at super high gain. It's pretty good. Here we got Edmund, if you know what that is. So that one is definitely made for the metal, because with the single coil here, not good, but humbucker in the back, killer. So the Plex. Now, of course, that's always an interpretation of someone's ideal sound of that amp. Now, I have a Soldano there. I have a Plex. Is that what the Plex sounds like to me? It probably can. Sounds good, but it's not what I would do with the Plex. We got one more bank. Ambient clean. That's pretty cool. So even though there's limited effects, you can be quite effective. Well, that's actually all I did. There you go. Quite a bit of potential if you spend the time. Making this took me about a day. Let's go into the software so you can see how you can make your own presets and download things and all that stuff. See you in a bit. Hi, so now we're in the software, which is called VoidX Control, and that's actually software that communicates with other brands' products as well. So VoidX Control, for example, also works with the Red 7 Amp Central Evo, and it's really cool. They build a software that if companies are smaller and they can't do their own software development on editors, you can use Sonulab's VoidX Control. Now, the cool thing about the software is that it can communicate with USB-C, with Bluetooth, and with Wi-Fi. And the Stompstation Pro actually has all three modes of communicating. You would have to actually sign into your Wi-Fi network manually. It doesn't find network, so you got to type in the network name and the key, and then it's in your network, and then VoidX Control can find it. Or connect with Bluetooth. And it doesn't show up in your actual Bluetooth connection, but the Void-X control finds it. Or with USB, you can see up here that I have USB and Bluetooth as options right now, not Wi-Fi because I'm not connected. So you click on Stompstation Pro and here we are. You can have USB audio. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. There's settings, so all that there is tuner. I can turn that on, and of course I've got my trusty Tyler Studio Elite here from Very Nice Guitars in Poland. Thank you, Poland. Thank you, Very Nice Guitars. Pretty nice, straightforward, responsive tuner. Thought this guitar was in tune. I had it on the fractal. Very precise here. Of course, you can change the hertzes. So what do we have? We've got input, left and right gain, and there's a pickup simulator, which is maybe compensating for stuff. I have bright single coils. You'd have to actually turn that on. So you can turn bright single coils into a humbucker. Does it actually work? Had a little bit more oomph, a little bit more output. Oh my God, humbucker vintage. It's a little bit subtle and honestly cool that it's there, but not the main feature. Under miscellaneous, we got MIDI, ground lift, and headphones, stereo or mono. We go to the application. You have your preset list right here, labeled exactly like on the device. And if I'm switching here, you can't see that right now because the Stompstation Pro is on the table without a camera on it. It actually, of course, switches, right? And you can go through it like this. And up here, we can have the MIDI program change list, which makes sense to have it actually. Maybe 1 is 1, 2 is 2, and so on. That might make sense. But it's easy to configure your MIDI program changes. And here we also have the list of presets, but we can actually upload NAMM profiles. We're going to do that in a second. I haven't actually done that yet. I went to, let's see, Tone 3000 and downloaded things. That's where you get it, at tone3000.com. And instead of impulse responses, we're going to go amp and head. And we're going to go to mix and models. Friedman, for example. I went to the Arredondo because that's something I have. And there we have the head. And they have a kind of a cool interface where you click this down. There's all the different tone models in the pack. In this case, just one. You can pick what kind of sound you want to play and then through what IR, which is necessary because it's just a head. And then you audition them because you can't easily audition on your device. And then click here, click download, and that's it. We'll get to that. So here are the blocks like they are in the pedal. Pretty straightforward. We got the gate. Can turn that on. Don't know if it's... We don't have a high gain sound, so can't hear that. But comp, let's see. Turn that on. And now it's really squishy. So one thing that bugs me here to audition is too much reverb. A lot of their prototype presets, which I have in here, are too reverb heavy. So this Dumbo is missing some thickness. Could be IR, could be a couple of things, but again, the presets we have so far aren't the best. That's why I downloaded some stuff to make my own. So we can turn mod on. Let's actually go to the amp. Dumble clean, that's what we want. Now we're talking, getting quite a bit better and thicker here. So those are the models. And here you got chorus, flanger, or phaser. Pretty simple, but with an interface that gets you a lot of different sounds without referencing any famous gear. I like that. That's cool. And then, of course, you can change things. Can even really go into it and change. Cool, huh? So we could actually get that out and turn the tremolo on, which is always there under mod. Nothing too complicated, but it works and it's there, right? So it's a little bit more than just your NAMM amp player. So under Drive, these are models that you can also download from Tone 3000. So let's just put a tube screamer on there, turn that on. We definitely have the mids going. We don't have the gain happening. That's weird, okay. Clone with that much gain, that should pump. So not sure what's going on there. Depends on how it was captured, right? But in addition to your amp, you can also load a NAMM drive. Maybe better ones than are included here. So here, of course, we got the amp models that are loaded, but you can load others. I kind of feel like you should be able to load them in here instead of the preset page, but okay. And then here you've got your amp with basic controls. And then let's go to a different IR. We got the Bogner something here. Boogie. None of that tells me anything. Oversized 412. Not bad. Back to amp. Because they're all models from different people, your mileage may vary. You have more top end, less top end, more flabby bottom, less. I mean, it really depends. Okay, so with the diesel, we might want to go and have, what is that? You can even load a second one. And now they're panned hard left, right. I like the mix. And there seem to be so far no phase issues. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. And then you click up here And you've got the modulation behind the amp now. So you got the choice of before and behind. Of course, we got a delay. Let's do a little bit less gain here. Pretty straightforward and quick to dial in, as you can see. You got your time, your feedback, your mix. And you can really dial in the analogness. Has the EQ curve of an analog, and here you got tape. It got the wow and the flutter, it gets more stereo. So I could do tape with a pinch of analog. More spread. Stereo bouncing, that's cool. So with simple controls, we have a lot of things you want from a delay. And similar for the reverb, there are 3 different ones. A lot of times they have too much reverb on the presets. So master, we got a global tempo, we got a global volume, and you can actually change the LED for that preset, which is very nice for you to recognize things. And the LEDs really show those colors, which is very nice. Or a preset tempo versus a global tempo. So let's go back to up here and change, open this. What do we want changed? Skill high. That's what we want changed. Okay. We don't want to. I downloaded a whole bunch of things. They landed in my downloads right here as zip files. So we got a Fender Panoverb. Some of them are probably very full packages with just, I would say, probably a few too many sounds in them. We definitely check the Tone King clean because I know what that's supposed to sound. And here we have some cabs, which are likely already in there, right? Fender Pano Clean NAM. Oh, there you go. We'll do this again on profile test. So that's a combo. So if I do this with an IR, let's see, open list. Yeah, upload. Those are waves, so that should work. V30, something. That's working. Actually, well, maybe we have luck. No, it makes sense that it would be done here and not in the preset. It was looking for a preset. That's my bad, I think. You're doing that here. Come on. Yes, now we're talking. I assumed they said do it in the preset list, but of course, there you're uploading a preset that someone sent you. That makes way more sense, and you're of course uploading the amp profiles. Guess where? In the amp profile list. As I said earlier, it would be nice if it did that. Guess what? It does that. Let's do one more. I mean, we can't do all of them. We want the Tone King. Okay, where is it? Tone King clean. Nope. Here. I'm old. So you can't very quickly, let's say like on ToneX, go through loads of different things that you can play by just clicking and you're already good to play. You have to download it, but you can preview it on Tone 3000. Then you upload it like this. It's a little bit more of a hassle, to be honest. But now we're going to go in here. And there are my sounds, Tone King. And let's see. Volume. And that is just the head So I do need a cab. Very nasal. God, that's... Nope, don't like that at all. Very... Okay, let's stick with that for now. Very mid-focused. But again, it all depends on the guy doing the profile. If you don't know what you're looking for, then you could be shit out of luck because like, well, you think that's what a tonking sounds like, and it doesn't. It's definitely an IR problem here, I would say. So maybe, oh my God, and there's a million of them. How are you supposed to know which one to use? Because it takes this long to upload every single time. So you'll be here for a while, right? Would be nice to load them in bulk. That's even more nasal. Holy crap. So that's not the Tone King that I know. Let's go to the Arredondo. It all depends on finding a cab that you can trust sound-wise. But this is how you load the sounds. And here's the panel, which technically is all in one and it doesn't need an IR, right? So that should be more trusty. So can you get killer sounds out of this? Yes. Is there a lot of shit there combined with other shit from cabs that are just too this or too low end or whatever and people think this is a good sound? Yeah. You're gonna have to wade through the crap to get to the good stuff. Can it do good stuff? Absolutely. But you have to use common sense, your own ears and all that stuff. The app here is definitely pretty straightforward and gets you to everything you want in a few simple clicks. And also very notable, there is a Bluetooth app on my iPhone. So there is a mobile app where you can do all that stuff from the app in the practice room or live or wherever on the road. So you don't have to rely on doing it purely on the unit. And that also means you could be sitting in a bus, powering that with a USB power bank and enjoying the tones on the go. Now back to me. So let's talk bottom line. Is the Sonulab Stompstation Pro a good product? Can be a bigger product. Thank you, Leslie. Yes, it is small. It can be USB powered. It has a pretty solid and straightforward, not complicated desktop app, mobile app, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB, stereo and stereo out, MIDI. It has a control input for a expression pedal. It's got some growing pains, like the gate, the compressor. It needs you to be able to switch banks without immediately switching presets. It is susceptible to the problem of NAM, meaning if the profile shit, it sounds shit. If the profile has the amp baked in, but the cap baked in, but you're still adding a cap. That sounds bad. That's not their fault. Effects are basic, but absolutely do the job to get some great sounds. If you want more, use other hardware. Very easy. It is very controllable and straightforward on the actual box. If you go to that, there's reverb, and you can very quickly change the basic parameters right there, whatever you choose. So I think they made a pretty cool piece of hardware for the size and all that. And it's really the only one other than I think Dimehead is the name, player that can do non-converted NAMM profiles. It is available on pre-sale or sale for $399 as far as I know from their website. After that, it will jump to over $500. You can put a power bank on there and get the sounds that I had anywhere, anytime. Off the grid, which is pretty cool for trade shows and stuff like this. For slapping it on the stage with the power bank and playing 3 songs, in, out, done. Have your amps with you. I mean, you can put this in any gig bag or any case. You can probably even put this in the back pocket of your jeans. You could, if you work on it, get your own amps on the go, wherever you are, in any studio, anywhere in the world, any rehearsal situation. And if you put in the time to find the right captures or make your own, they sound very good. But because it's open source and less curated than something people would pay for, you can also find pretty shitty things. It's up to you to find the goodies. I spend the time, I think I found some goodies. Those sounds are absolutely solid. I did like my first adventure into the world of NAMM. There might be more. We'll see. Thank you, Sonulab, for trusting in me. They took all my criticism to heart, and I know that they're very involved with the Tone 3000 team. They're very involved with the community, and they're 2 Italian nerds that really will make this grow, and anything that wasn't great, they're gonna probably have fixed by the time you see this video. That's all I can say. I'll put links below, and we'll have animals at the end, as always.